And we are through, guys, to the semi-finals. And yeah, it was a very hard fought win at the end, and the game honestly became way too messy. But yeah, let's get into a look. The League Cup, okay? I know a lot of fans don't care about the competition, and it makes sense, okay? But I think this team and this manager need to win trophies, okay? Any trophies we have a chance at, we need to try win, because this team needs to get across the line. Arsenal need to get across the line. Arsenal should approach every game this year with the intention at the end to win the trophy that they are in the competition of. And the first trophy that's available to win is the League Cup. And that's why for me, I want Arsenal to go full in to try win the League Cup. I think there's a lot of positives if Arsenal do win the League Cup. It relieves a lot of pressure of the players and the managers. Okay, there's a lot of questions. Can this team get across the line? Arteta's only won one trophy over 6 years. Like, it will relieve a lot of the questions. It will give the team just that bit extra confidence and a confidence boost as well. Especially if you win the trophy so early. I mean, you could win this League Cup in January or February, and that would give you such a confidence boost to the rest of the season. For the rest of the season, it will show you that this team can get across the line. And I think the lineup reflected it. When you see the team, although he went with a very rotated team, 8 changes from our last game. It was a very good team actually. The defense was very strong, and of course the rest of the team picks itself. First off, Arsenal were brilliant, chance after chance. I mean, really, the game should have been put to bed in that first half. It could have been 3-4-0 up. Arsenal really should have, honestly, yeah. Like, I'm just thinking of the chances. We should have been 3 or 4 goals up in that first half. Jesus had a couple of headers. Madueke had 2 chances. Honestly, that game should have been over in that first half. Martinelli, what performance by Martinelli in that first half. Going after that, was it the right back or their right back, absolutely ripping him apart. Probably Martinelli's best performance in a while. And of course, I knew if Arsenal didn't score, that it was only going to give Crystal Palace encouragement in the second half, okay? And that's exactly what happened. Crystal Palace come out the second half and they looked better. They looked more compact. They brought on Nathan Clyne. And yeah, they just looked like a much better side. Defensively, they were more harder to break down. And yeah, like, we struggled. Arsenal really struggled. It was only up to the 60th minute. Maybe we actually did something. And we finally get the goal. It was an own goal. It was just some moment of magic that came in, moment of magic, lucky, I don't know what you want to call it, but it was an own goal. And that's really the only way it looked like we were going to score in that second half, because we were not really doing anything. And yeah, we get the goal, and what do? We do what we have been doing a lot this season, and that is sit back. I don't know why Gabriel Jesus came off after the goal. Maybe because, of course, that's his first start, but I'm sure he could have carried on, because we played Mikel Merino up front, and it just invited more pressure onto Arsenal, because Mikel Merino can't turn around, he can't turn a defender and go beat him with pace. Like, I don't know, it's just the same pattern for Arsenal. And another thing, conceding a last minute goals. Once again, we've conceded another last minute goals. That's now Sunderland, Aston Villa, Wolves, and now Palace. Like, why does this happen? Why is this a repeated thing? Like, I'm so confused. Is it the players? Is it the managers? Like, these players, it seems like whenever we score, they just lose all ability to play football. And they're not bad players. These are good players. And the manager, I'm sure the manager doesn't tell the players, oh, let's now sit back. Like, what is it? Why do we every time sit back? So we score and then sit back. Why doesn't a team like Manchester City do that? Why is it always with Arsenal? Something needs to be looked into, because this is a repeated pattern. It's happening way too often now. Like, it's happening almost every game. At one point at the start of the season, once we score, game done. Now it feels like we have to score 2 goals to be comfortable, because it just feels like we are at risk of conceding last minute. And today we got punished for it. Thank God it was not a Premier League game, and it was a League Cup game that we could go win on penalties. But yeah, this is happening too often, way too often. And it's on the team and the managers. And the manager, as well. The team, because they didn't finish the chances. Like I said, the game should have been done in that first half. And Arteta, the subs today, why wasn't Victor Gyökeres on the pitch? Like, why? Because I feel like we gave them, Mikel Merino was playing striker and he wasn't doing anything. Like, he gave Crystal Palace nothing to even for them to think about. So why wasn't Victor Gyökeres playing? Or why didn't Nwaneri come on? But yeah, man, it just didn't make sense with the subs. I think he could have been a bit more positive with the subs. But yeah, let's talk about the positives. For me, the one positive today, Christian Norgard. I'm not sure why he wasn't man of the match, but for me, honestly, he deserved man of the match for me. I think he was Arsenal's best player today. He looked really good from start to end, so composed. He defended really well, and yeah, everything he did was just right. He looked very tidy on the ball, and I was very surprised with his performance. Honestly, I didn't know he was going to perform that well, but yeah, for me, I think he was Arsenal's best player, definitely on the pitch. Other positives is Gabriel and Calafori, a very good defensive partnership between them two. Bar the mistake at the end with Saliba giving away the foul, but I think both of them were really good, very comfortable on the ball, and I think this should be the defensive partnership that we use going forward, just until Gabriel comes back fit. Eze, not the best performance by Eze. I think he sometimes tried to do it a bit too much. Maybe it's because he's playing against his former team. But yeah, he has some bright moments. Probably unlucky he didn't get a goal. But yeah, I did agree with him being subbed off that early. I think he probably definitely had more to give. Yeah, because I think honestly, if anyone was to be subbed off, I think it probably should have been Mikel Merino over Eze. Because like I said, I think Eze still had more. I have been seeing some heat on Madueke today. I'm seeing a lot of fans saying they were not too happy with this performance. I just want to remind fans, look, Madueke is going up against Mitchell, and Mitchell is a very good left back. Honestly, he's definitely up there as one of the best defensive left backs in the league. So it was of course always going to be a difficult game, and I think he's done well, Madueke, with the opportunity he did have. Probably unlucky. Probably should have scored at least one goal today, but yeah, I won't be too concerned about Madueke. He's very direct, and I'm sure he will only get better. Look, he's coming back from injury. Give him some time and let him rediscover his form that he did have before he got injured. And another talking point is, of course, he will always be a talking point, and is Nwaneri. And for me, I agree with that. I'm not too sure why Nwaneri, if not start, why didn't he at least come on as a sub? Because I think when I was looking at the midfielders on the pitch today, they were not offering anything. So honestly, I think 1 year we could have given something different. Yeah, I just don't know why he's not starting or even getting minutes at least. He'd even come on as a sub. So yeah, but look, we went through at the end, and that's all that matters. We go play, I believe it is Chelsea, but yeah, very messy at the end. But yeah, we're just making these games way too difficult for ourselves, conceding these last minute goals which we need to stop. But yeah, at least we're through. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you guys think, do you think Arsenal should try win this competition? Do you think this is a competition we should prioritize? For me, I think this is a competition we should prioritize. We should try win every single trophy right now, because we haven't won anything for 6 years. So beggars can't be choosers. So for me, try win every single competition we're in. But I do know there are a lot of fans that look down upon this competition. For me personally, if we went out today, I would have been very disappointed. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Were you happy at the end, or were you just relieved like me? But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe. Let me know in the comment who your man of the match was, and I'll catch you guys next time.